Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Familiars with a twist. This is Familiars, but the mana base is totally different. We're playing gates, Citadel Gate, Sea Gate, Basilisk Gate. This is our powerhouse way of mana fixing and then turning our dorks into a win condition. There's some pretty neat things you can do with the Basilisk Gate since it enters untapped. Like you can use Snap or Ghostly Flicker. That's pretty cool. And then you also have some splash ability, so you can play Avenging Hunter in the sideboard, Gatekeepers for life gain, and Ambush Viper. So this deck came to me from Brandon as a deck donation. He reached out to me directly, so thank you very much for this. This is their own brew, and it looks like to me Ambush Viper is going to be a way of killing some terrors. So or maybe even like a Bogle or something. And Avenging Hunter, I tried this out in one match already. It was pretty good into Gardens. In the main deck, we have a bunch of islands, so we're allowed to play a single foil. They had a foil in the main deck over the 21st land, but I moved it to be a Mortuary Mire because I just want to not run out of win conditions. We have one Murmuring Mystic, two Arcanomancers, but any of our creatures can end the game because of the Basilisk Gate. The main deck has 4 counterspells with Prohibit and Glorious Gale, which is an upgraded version of Remove Soul now that we have legendary creatures in the format. We're playing Brainstorm plus Lorien Revealed, a couple of Preordains, and then the rest is pretty similar to normal familiar stuff. I'm concerned there's not any life gain in the main deck other than the Gatekeepers, so we'll see how we do versus red, but we can block on the ground with the Seagate Oracle, and then maybe counterspell them and work up to the Gatekeepers and flicker that thing, and then get out of range. So let's go ahead and hop into the matches. We'll try out a sweet Familiars brew. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, match 1, we're on the play, and that's good because we have a tap land mana base. We can Brainstorm turn 1. Let's keep. He said tentatively. We'll go Island and Brainstorm. I'm not saving my Brainstorms. Let's put back the Mire and the Thraben Charm, and we'll see what my opponent's up to. Ice Tunnel. So we'll draw the Thraben Charm, and then play a land, cycle for the dual land, and then cast a Preordain. I think I will bottom the other counterspell, top the Muldrifter, pass the turn, and then we can use this creature counter, Glorious Gale, maybe coming up, or we'll work our way up to the Thraben Charm. When it plays another Contaminated Aquifer, my turn. Play out the Beachfront. I'm a little bit nervous running this Brainstorm out into... Okay, so they cast a Mental Note. Filling Contaminated Aquifer and Snuff out. So 2 in the graveyard, 3/4. Plays Island. And then I'll take my turn. Let's try this Brainstorm. Okay, we'll put back Arcanomancer, Ephemerate. Play out the Island. At this... Right now, they would have to use all their mana just to cast a Terror. They're passing the turn. Okay. Let's play Island. Attempt to Seagate Oracle. 4, 5, 6. That resolves. I don't think I want the Arcanomancer right now. I'll just take the land, the Lorien Revealed. So far, we haven't drawn any gates. That's weird. They Brainstorm. So I'm not sure what to do here. We could attempt to Thraben Charm them, but they'll probably hold up in a Spell Pierce. We could also try to counterspell their creature, and then they'll have to use a counter to get their creature to resolve. Then we can Thraben Charm them after that. They cycle a Lorien Revealed to clear their Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So currently their creature costs 3. They cast Abandoned Attachments. Looks like they are going to discard a Sneaky Snacker, so we'll try to Thraben Charm them right now. They're going to counterspell. I feel like that was pretty expected, to be honest. Plays a Tolarian Terror. Now we're going to try to evoke this Muldrifter and have it resolve, and have it get ephemerated. I will attempt to ephemerate the Muldrifter. Probably going to snuff out. Bummer. I'm pretty toast now. I feel like I should have been able to navigate that better. I'll make a green. Pass the turn. This is a Bant deck. This Tolarian Terror is going to trash me. I probably should have just saved the Glorious Gale and tried to resolve that. They have another Abandoned Attachments. Another Sneaky Snacker. I'm toast. I am toast. I mean, okay. You're going to get in for Bajillion. 7 damage coming in from their side. Then they're going to play an angler, it looks like. I assume they have another counterspell in hand. They used 2 snuff outs, or discard a snuff out. Oh, they leave some creatures in their graveyard. Let's attempt to snap the Gurmag. That just resolves. Place Citadel Gate on white, blue. And I am going to try to pass. I'm going to attempt to flicker the Seagate Oracle, I think. They cast Abandon Attachments. Okay. Discarding a Lorien Revealed. That's aggro. What is in their hand? They have 6 cards in their hand. They didn't need a draw 3 for 5 mana. Going to just block. We will attempt to flicker. Flickering the island. I'm going to kill my creature. So I have the option of playing the Glorious Gale when they cast a creature or attempting to draw 2 cards. I think I'm just going to attempt to draw 2 cards. Okay, our creature dies. We're at 9 life. When it recasts their angler, I'm so dead. Nothing left in the graveyard. Plays a land. Find familiar. Play a fam. Play another fam. Play a Seagate Oracle. I mean, that first one just resolved. Cast Seagate Oracle. I'll take the Muldrifter. Try to flicker. We'll try to evoke the Muldrifter. Draw 2. Nothing. Okay, that's pretty bad. Let's play. Muldrifter's gone. Mortuary Mire. Getting back Muldrifter. I'll pass the turn. We're going to have to block. Otherwise we take 9 and die. So is there any way to make this matchup better? We have multiple Thraben Charms. I guess the Thraben Charm is pretty good. We're going to be getting to a position where we can get rid of their stuff. They brainstormed away 2 islands and just Thoughtscour it away. Opponent just imported their deck list. Didn't care about matching lands or anything. That's okay. They're attacking. We have to block. I guess I'm just hoping that they play another creature that I can counter. Thoughtscours themselves. They could have Thoughtscoured me if they wanted my Muldrifter gone. It seems like they don't care about the Muldrifter. They're trying to figure it out. Cast a Brainstorm. Plays a Terror. We're going to attempt to counterspell. That resolves. Now they've got an angler. So how do I win? I don't know. I'll cast Muldrifter. Okay, we only have enough to cast it and then have 5 mana left over. We'll go Brainstorm. Back, land, play familiar. Maybe if I preordain into a snap, we can stop what they're doing. Bottom. There's the Gatekeepers. That's not going to save me. We're going to go to the next game. We'll bring in the Thraben Charms. I sort of wonder if we just need to be like a mid-range deck and not worry about what they're doing. I don't know if the Gatekeepers is enough. Ambush Viper seems okay, but it's just like a hard removal spell. And is Thraben Charm better? It feels like it's better. We really want the Mermy Mystic. Gatekeepers just doesn't seem like it's going to get the job done. So maybe I cut this Glorious Gale. Like, am I ever counterspelling their creatures? I don't think so. Bring in this foil. And I wonder if I'm just not approaching the matchup in the way that the deck designer wanted me to. So I'm sure that they will let us know in the comments what they would have done, but with my limited information, this is what we're going to do. All right. Can we win a game against them? Let's keep. This one's fine, right? Go blue, white, cast a Seagate Oracle. I mean, we're doing things. Seagate Oracle, pass. Or Seagate, pass. We'll go Citadel Gate, pass. Opponent plays their Contaminated Aquifer out. The only way for me to really beat them would be to just overwhelm what they're doing. And I'm not sure how we can get that done. They play an island. My turn. We're going to slam Seagate Oracle. Opponent maybe just counterspells it. Okay. Gets to trade up on mana, which is nice for them. If I was never not casting that. Let's see how many counterspells they have in their hand. So that was number 1. Here comes the Seagate Oracle. Given that they snapped off the counterspell, I assume they have another counterspell. This is the situation. There's the second counterspell. Hooray. Okay, they got me. Gets to Thoughtscour, milling a Sneaky Snacker. The Snacker's going to come back soon. We are toast. Come on. What could be left in their hand? Let's say it's all blanks. 5 blanks. Then what do? Play the Familiar and pass. Really need to draw land. We're going to abandon attachments, which will return the Sneaky Snacker. They discarded a Lorien Revealed again because they are super confident. Doesn't matter at all to them to have their draw 3 not there. And then they're passing because they have yet another counterspell in their hand. Oh, geez. No, they just want to cast their Tolarian Terror. Good times. All right, well, I get back into this game by going Drifter Ephemerate and them not having a snuff out. So let's see if we can make it happen. Bam. Try to hit my Muldrifter. This is where we have the foil. Oh, wow, they didn't have it. Sick. We drew 4 cards. I love that. We drew a foil. We can't cast the foil right now. Hopefully they don't have a snuff out. Well, they didn't have it before, so they'd have to draw it right now. Just gonna let them cycle their Lorien Revealed, get their 5th land, grab and play an island. They get in for 7. I'm certainly not blocking. I don't want to give up the opportunity to ephemerate my creature. They are going to hardcast a Murmuring Mystic. All right. So we get to draw a bunch of cards with this Muldrifter. Nice. And then we'll go white, blue, play a familiar. We get to bounce the Murmuring Mystic. If they have a snuff out now, I have it covered with the Lorien Revealed. We're going to cycle for an island. Snuff out my familiar. Get the beachfront. Just counterspell the snuff out. Everybody's got free spells. We'll untap. Let's try Preordain. Another snap and a basilisk gate. If I can top, play the basilisk gate, cast the Meeting of Minds, draw. Then I could snap their bird, but I don't know if I need to snap the bird. I think I will pass. They replay the Mystic. Now, one thing I discovered was that I can snap and untap my basilisk gate. Is that going to be good? Only 4, not enough to be lethal. So let's just attempt to snap their Murmuring Mystic. They have a Dispel. Fun. We are getting hammered. Yep. Play Muldrifter. I have no clue how to win this. I can see now, let's see, we block here, we don't die. So there's still a chance. People get really mad at me if I concede early, even though I feel like it's worth it. I don't want to play a game where I'm clearly going to lose. But let's see if it's true. They're getting in. So we're allowed to block the Murmuring Mystic, but they don't attack with it. We're trying to figure out if they can attack with their birds. They decide not to attack with their birds. I'll just block the Tolarian Terror and take 2. Go to 3 life. All right, I'm out. They got birds. They got Tolarian Terrors. You'll see in round 2. Round 2, I mean, we've got a plan, so I'm going to keep this. I wonder if we should be aggressively mulliganing. Oh no, Forest. Okay, so our opponent plays Forest Pass. I'll play a Seagate on white. All blue white lands for the moment. Forest Pass again? Wish I had an untapped land here. We'll play the Citadel Gate and pass a turn. What does Forest Pass mean? We're just passing again? Okay, I'll island cycle. Grab an island. Maybe I should have gotten the tap land. All right, we will go land and Preordain. Now I'm just looking for lands to try to get my Drifter Ephemerate going. I guess the Brainstorms are good. We'll top. That's the turn. I mean, at this point, they're exposed to my Prohibit now, which isn't good for them. We know we have a Brainstorm on top. They just concede. Okay. I have literally no idea what you're doing. Green stuff. So life gain probably doesn't matter. Oil probably matters. Potentially, I could see the Thraben Charms mattering, but is it better than Snap here? Probably not. Or I just bring in the Thraben Charm and then cut like the foil and then maybe cut 1 Seagate Oracle, or just cut 1 Seagate Oracle. I wonder if this version of the deck should just be not playing Familiars. An interesting concept. So we have a pretty solid hand. I'm going to keep it. We can Brainstorm and then cycle for the dual land, play the dual land. Then we have the Sunscape Familiar coming up. Our opponent, they didn't do anything. They play Muted Town. Don't even have any clue what's going on. Play a land. I will Brainstorm. There's some sort of blue-green deck. We'll get rid of Muldrifter, Seagate Oracle. On my upkeep, I'm going to cycle the Lorien. I probably should just cycle it for an island and then Preordain. Okay, they just have nothing again? What a weird situation. I'll get the beachfront. My turn, I'll play the beachfront. So next turn I get to play the Familiar, and then I get to Drifter Ephemerate, and they'll just scoop the match without doing anything. I will take it. I will definitely take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. Okay. Familiar. Seagate. White. Oh, there's some sort of infect deck? Okay. We'll play another Familiar. We'll bounce the Ichorclaw Mirror. And then I will evoke the Muldrifter. Draw 2 cards. And then Ephemerate the Muldrifter. And we have a Glorious Gale we drew into, so I'm going to keep that up for their creature. It's pretty nice. They will probably concede to that. Alright, not today. We're going to counterspell your Ichorclaw Mirror. I have 8 cards in hand. Yep, we win the match on round 3. Round 3 on the play. This is weird. So we've got the Brainstorm. Got a lot going on. I'm going to keep it because the brainstorm seems really powerful. We'll lead on Seagate on white, and then try to brainstorm into a good hand. Maybe that'll be good. I do like this cool, like, weird brainstorm art. Neat. Seagate on white. They might not know what we're up to right away. They'll think that we're Colgates. They mulligan to 5. Draws their 6th card. Power Plant. Candy Trail. So it's probably the Monster Tron. Not a lot of people are playing combo egg Tron stuff right now. They go bottom, so they're looking for that second land. My turn. I find a Prohibit. Let's play out the island and pass the turn. Maybe I should play the Basilisk Gate upcoming. I don't know. I'd really like to show people how I can, like, use the Basilisk Gate for value. The value. Conduit Pylons puts a card on top. Plays a Prophetic Prism. I'm just going to counterspell. Get while the getting's good. Trying to get them from having cards and mana. I find a Mole Drifter. Let's brainstorm. Okay. We have... Let's put back the beachfront and put back the gate. I will play out Island and cast Preordain, bottoming both of the lands, which is another way to clear the brainstorms. We find a Meeting of Minds. Next turn, we're going to Drifter Ephemerate for a lot of cards, and then see where we get to from that. I assume, okay, my opponent plays an Expedition map. They don't have a land. We have a Citadel Gate. I'll play Basilisk Gate, and then evoke the Drifter and Ephemerate. Kapow! Ah, phew. We'll draw tons of cards. Hopefully we can find a familiar so we can start, like, adding to the board. A Murmuring Mystic would also be pretty good. Interesting having these tap lands that are for any color. I'm not sure how to feel about that versus the Chanceries. Like, we're drawing tons of cards, so it's not like we're not making land drops. They play an Ancient Stirrings filtering through the Conduit Pylons. That's a nice reason to have counterspelled the Prism, because now they have to use all their mana just to cast the Ancient Stirrings instead of using just 1 mana. They find a Forest. They're pretty far away from Tron unless they have a crop rotation. I'll Ephemerate the Mole Drifter. So crop rotation would be a reason to potentially hold on to a Prohibit if I drew it, but I did not. Let's cast a Preordain, finding a Snap and a Familiar. Guess I can take both of these, play out a Seagate on white. I will pass the turn, probably just discard a Gate, and then on their end step, I'll Meeting of Minds. Ooh, I probably should have played the Gate, because now I'm thinking I want to use the Snap and Flicker to just one-shot them. Ooh, that'll be sweet. I hope I can do it. Okay, they find a tower. My turn. I'll Meeting of Minds. Another Basilisk Gate. So we'll go Familiar. I think I'll play the Seagate on blue. I could gate and attack, or just attack and play a Mole Drifter. I think I'm just going to attack with the Mole Drifter, and then evoke a Mole Drifter. I mean, I have so many options at this point. Then we could just Flicker, Drifter, and Island. Finding another Familiar. All right, I think I'm just going to brainstorm. I don't care if they cast a creature next turn. They gain 3 life and draw a card. We'll put back land, and then go ahead and Island cycle. Grabbing the beachfront, which we will probably discard. We'll discard beachfront and Island. I think at this point, they're toast. There is nothing that they can actually do to win, but I'm just trying to figure out the flashiest and sweetest way to win the game. I guess they could play some sort of life gain creature. They can pull somewhere else or something. Oh, they have a breath weapon. Didn't expect that. That is for sure. That is my bad. Okay, fair enough. I play out the Archaeomancer. Grab the Ephemerate. I will Ephemerate, grab a Ghostly Flicker, then I'll just go ahead and play a Basilisk Gate, jam a Mole Drifter, and pass the turn. I will discard this extra Familiar. I don't need it, I think. Next turn I have +10, or +12. You can do it 2 times. They have a Prophetic Prism. Guess that resolves. Ancient Stirrings. We win. Oh, nothing mattered. That's very silly. Okay, the Gatekeepers, or... I mean, obviously the Ambush Viper is a little bit better. It kills their creature. Raven Charms, probably not necessary. But is the Ambush Viper as like a 1-for-1 even that good? I'll just bring in... I think I'm just going to go for Thraben Charms, because I should be able to just murder everything at some point. Or I can bring in the foil over the Gatekeeper. Alright, we'll do that. That game, nothing really mattered. Like, the last games, nothing was mattering because we had just all of our setup and they had nothing after mulliganing to 5. Here we have a turn 2 familiar, turn 3 medium mines. They're leading on an ancient stirrings. Forest ancient stirrings is good for me. I'll play an island. They crop rotation. Okay. Yeah, I did expect that, I guess. Plays a prophetic prism. We need to get the familiar on the table and then pass the turn, hoping that I can find a way to get rid of whatever creature they play. They've got an Urza's Mine. Makes green for a stirrings. They have 6 mana left over. Finds a candy trail, and now they can cast that. If they go top, they could potentially cascade into something, but they probably will just draw off the candy trail. They went top, bottom. Okay. I think I play the Citadel Gate and pass the turn. The Meaning of Mines cost 3 mana, so I can go tap my 2 lands plus my familiar for the Meaning of Mines. They're tapping 5 mana. Oh no, they just thought that they forgot they had Tron online. They draw off the candy trail. Plays a Maelstrom Colossus. And they cascade into a Genercent. I think I'm just gonna Meaning Mines. Draw 2. If I draw, okay, we didn't draw anything good, so we're fine. I need a snap or something, some creature to block within Flicker. Find a snap. Let's cast Brainstorm. Double familiar. Put back Mire. Put back Basilisk Gate. Play Island. Play out the familiar, and then I will go ahead and snap the Genercent and untap, and then play out my Archaeomancer. Grab the Meeting of Mines. Cast the Meeting of Mines. They crack the map for a tower. Plays the tower. They can play the Genercent. They have 10 mana. I guess I have to worry about a Karvik's Torch. I didn't think about that. That could be pretty bad. They make 10 mana. They're just going to torch everything. Okay, they play a Prophetic Prism. They have 8 mana. I guess Rolling Thunder would deal 6 damage right now. Makes green. Plays the Genercent. And I assume he cracked the food. They get in. We have a foil. I'm going to Brainstorm. See what I can find on top. Finding a Muldrifter. So I can put back 2 lands. Play the land. I can Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. Evoke the Muldrifter. And then I'll Flicker. We'll draw 2 more cards. Get back the Flicker. It looks like they might have a Fairy Macabre. Looks like, no Fairy Macabre apparently. And then I will pass the turn. We'll discard Preordain, discard Seagate. We need the Beachfront potentially to just hard cast a foil, or to use the foil. They're getting in. I will block and block. Then I'm going to Flicker my creatures. We can just foil pitching Sunscape. They crack the map in response. Okay. For a tower. Sure. We'll get back the Flicker. Draw a bunch of cards. I can just draw even more cards and then choose what to pitch the foil. We take no damage. They do have 2 Prophetic Prisms. I'm really just looking for an Ephemerate so I can bounce their creatures and then counterspell them and then lock them out of the game. Or I guess Murmuring Mystic would be great as well. Alright, they're going to cast a Maelstrom Colossus, dealing a Bramble Worm. The Bramble Worm is kind of bad. I'm going to foil the Bramble Worm, pitching this familiar. I can't really let them have a Trampler. Then they're going to Breath Weapon. Okay, so I will go see Flicker, and then get back. Could just get back the Snap, bounce the Archaeomancer. It's fine. Oh, that didn't work. Whatever. All right, but it doesn't matter because we were just going to get it back. Mortuary Mire, grab the Archaeomancer. We will Brainstorm, put back land, Mancer, grab the Flicker, bounce the Genercent, and then Drifter Ephemerate, or Drifter Flicker. Drawn some cards. So many lands. I guess that's what happens when you, when we have 21 lands in the deck. That's fine. Don't really care about the lands. Okay, another Mancer. Let's see what happens here. I don't think I need the Basilisk Gate to win the game, but we'll just get rid of Familiar, get rid of an island. We have to get rid of another card. I guess it's going to be another Gate. When it's attacking, we have to block and block. Attempt to Flicker. I could get back the foil, but I could also just get back the Flicker. I'm just going to get back the Flicker. There's a Murmuring Mystic, so that will be the end, I think. Nope, it'll be the end of me because they have the Karvik's Torch. Bam! FaceTime. Unless they have a Rolling Thunder, I guess. Okay, it was a Torch. And the important thing about the Torch is it has Ward 2. I want to counterspell it. Okay, opponent. Get rid of Thraben Charm. I guess we're bringing the gatekeepers back in just to stay above torch range. Try again. We're on the play. This is probably fine. Play tap land, play land, play Seagate Oracle. Move on. Your turn. They play a tower and a map. We're looking for a Seagate, I guess. Find another snap. I'll pass the turn after playing an island. Opponent is going to get their Tron lands. Play land and Seagate Oracle. We'll take the pivot, I guess. We can counterspell like a Prophetic Prism, maybe. Never mind, they've got the Prism on the table. So how am I going to win the game? Don't know. They cast an Ancient Stirrings. Finding a Candy Trail. Plays another Candy Trail. They went bottom with the first one. And they went top now. Play the beachfront and attack for 2, or for 1. We're just gonna probably snap their creature and then play Muldrifter on the next turn. Wait. They played another Prism. I should have just countered that. That was a mistake. But they have 3 Prisms, so it probably doesn't matter. Okay, they're just passing. You find a Flicker. It's going to slam a Muldrifter. Back up to 7 cards in hand if this resolves. They did. Maybe they're playing Torch and also Pyroblast. They draw a card. We'll draw 2 cards. We'll get in for 1. I think this Seagate has to be on green because I put the other life gain creature back in the deck, right? I think. They play a Pylons. They're going to Crop Rotation. They should have Crop Rotation with the Pylons trigger on the stack because the Surveil no longer works now. It's like, you got to do that and then the Surveil is good. Otherwise, now that Surveil didn't even mean anything. You wasted the trigger. They have a bunch of mana. They have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. Plays out a Brambleworm and they gain 5 life. Generous Ent. Okay. Let's try a Brainstorm. See if we can find anything good. We have an Ephemerate. These dual lands are kind of a problem right now. They're not super helpful. So we'll put back the 2 dual lands. Cycle the Lorien Revealed. Grab an island. Play the island. Then I'll go to their turn. They're going to attack. Just bounce the Brambleworm. They get in with the Generous Ent. I will block. And then Ephemerate. Okay, they don't have a response. We draw 2 more cards. We find a foil. Okay, I could foil the Brambleworm this turn. I'm not sure I want to yet. They have a Bojuka Bog. That's their one use of the Bojuka Bog. Opponent is continuously tapping for 8 for these. They could tap our plant, and then they would have more mana left over. Plays the Brambleworm. They're going to gain some life. I don't think the life gain matters that much in the matchup. I think we're just trying to find our end lock condition. They have an Ancient Stirrings. Guess I'm going to counterspell the Ancient Stirrings. Plays another Ancient Stirrings. 1 card in hand that I don't know, so this one will reveal something, and then I'll have a pretty good idea of what they're doing. They find a Maelstrom Colossus. They have no more colored sources this turn. We'll take the draw. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. We draw 2, and then we draw for turn. Play Familiar. Play Seagate on green. We're going to snap the Brambleworm. Untap. Again, I don't have enough gates to gain any life. So I'll start by going Brainstorm. Darn. Okay. Put back land, put back Gatekeepers. Then I'll just pass. We're going to Glorious Gale the Brambleworm. And then I guess probably foil, but I'm not sure. Maelstrom Colossus will reveal Crop Rotation, which I don't care about. That's fine. I really should not have left this green open. That was a mistake. Gonna get in. I guess I'm blocking. Then I'll flicker these 2. And we'll stack the Seagate Oracle trigger first. Then draw 2, because I know I don't think I want that other island. The Muldrifter trigger underneath the Seagate Oracle. They're making green. Maybe they have they're gonna Crop Rotation for Creator's Reclamation to get rid of the flicker. Okay, that sucks, but it is what it is. We'll take the Gatekeepers, draw some cards. We take no damage. Opponent plays a land. They don't cast their creature because it's a 7-drop. We'll play a gate on white-blue. Play out a Familiar. Play the Gatekeepers for 2 mana. That's kind of nice. I think I'll leave back the Muldrifter to block and flicker. Then we'll draw some cards with the Meeting of Minds as well. I'm at 27. Opponent gaining life and drawing cards with the Candy Trail. Once again, they're going to cast their Brambleworm, and I'll counterspell. Plays another Brambleworm. I'm going to counterspell. That does open me up to the Karvik's Torch, I suppose. And then this is a bunch of damage. We'll take 5. I will block with the Seagate Oracle. Cast the Meeting of Minds. Tapping the Oracle and the Familiar in case I draw another Meeting of Minds. Drawing a Seagate Oracle. I guess we could draw the Basilisk Gate and then get them, but we don't have a lot of gates in play, only 3 or 2. Another Meeting of Minds. I'll play the Seagate Oracle. Looking for Murmuring Mystic or I suppose the Archaeomancer. You just get back to counter spells. How good is Familiar? Probably worse than Lorien Revealed. I'll cast the Lorien Revealed. Finding another Familiar. So I can kick the Prohibit for 1 mana. Play Island. Play Sunscape Familiar. I'll get in with my Gatekeepers and then let them take their turn. We're probably going to block both of the creatures. They have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana right now. Oh yeah, the Brambleworm. It's back. Brambleworm returns. We will block and block. I'll play the Meeting of Minds. Only have to tap 1 creature. We found a Basilisk Gate. Let's Ephemerate the Muldrifter. I have the Prohibit for the Breath Weapon. Find a Lorien Revealed. Seagate Oracle dies. I should probably Brainstorm, but let's see. Let's Brainstorm. Another Meeting of Minds. Okay. So I can Meeting of Minds right now. Doesn't really accomplish anything. We're just drawing the cards anyway. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. La la la. Okay, at some point we're going to try to win the game, I suppose. Play out the Basilisk Gate. Let's play a Muldrifter. I have 18 cards left, so I have to worry about decking. Just need to find my Murmuring Mystic. There's the Archaeomancer. So play Archaeomancer. Get the Ephemerate. One has another Heritage Reclamation. I'm going to try to counterspell. Counter. We return the Ephemerate. I will Ephemerate. You're going to Breath Weapon. Green mana. We activate the Brambleworm because, okay, you got it. We'll get back the Ephemerate. I will Ephemerate again. And then I will get back the foil. Go ahead and get rid of this Brambleworm. Untap. What should I do? Play another Muldrifter. Another Basilisk Gate, huh? Let's play Seagate Oracle. I can't cast the foil now. There's the island. Where I can get the Glory Scale. Take the Glory Scale, and I'll attack for 2. Maybe not. I'll attack for 2. We're going to get rid of Gate, and Gate. When it plays a land, they have 2 cards in hand. One of them is the Brambleworm, right? Or I counterspelled that before? I'm not sure. They have quite a bunch of mana. Going to block and block. Here comes a Brambleworm. Except it's the damage step and you can't cast it, opponent. Oh no. Oh no. 5 minutes left on clock. Plays a Generosent. So the last card in their hand is the Brambleworm. Then I just have to counterspell the rest of the things they do, and that'll be fine. Counterspell with the Glorious Gale. Ephemerate. We'll return Ephemerate. And then I'll do it again. I have 13 cards left in my library. I have no flicker to not deck out. Opponent concedes. We'll see you in round 4. Round 4 on the play. We'll keep... I mean, we have the thing. I don't know what Sate Shock is doing. They mulligan to 6. Play a Citadel Gate on blue. They play Colony Garden. Going to run out the Familiar and see if that lives, I suppose. It probably won't. I played against Gardens in a test league, and it was a long battle. Okay, it is Gardens. Not my favorite. They're passing the turn. Let's start off with a Brainstorm. Find a Prohibit. Put back Snap. Maybe not Snap. Preordain Brainstorm. I'll cycle for an island. So this means to me that they have a draw spell that they want to cast, or they're going to try, like they have Defile in their hand. But if they cast a draw spell, I think I have to just Snap counter it. It would waste their plant token. Okay. They cast their draw spell, I'm going to try to counter. I think that's pretty important. We'll see if it helps or doesn't help. They play a Swamp. Ripped Rats enters the battlefield. This lets me go Snap, untap, jam a Muldrifter, draw 2 cards, play Seagate on white, and pass. We're just trying to value them, like get ahead on value. I have the Glorious Gales in the deck, but I don't have like a great way to draw into them. They might start trying to kill my creatures. I think I would just Archaeomancer for the Prohibit. Maybe not. Maybe for the Snap. And then it depends if they play out the rats. They play the rats. Okay. a Defile would kill either of my creatures right now. They kill the Mole Drifter. Let's Arcane Answer for the snap. Oh god, I clicked the Prohibit like a dummy. I'll cast Medium Minds. Draw 2. Dang. That was not at all what I wanted to have happen. Oh geez. So if they slam like the Thorn of the Black Rose here, I'm pretty toast. It would have been much better if I had clicked the snap as I had meant to do. Plays a Haunted Mire. Let's start with Brainstorm. So I'm trying to find a, let's see, put back land, play this land on white. I will attempt to, I guess the Thraben Charm doesn't do anything. Just attack in. We can't counterspell anything right now. They're probably going to burn the Crypt Rats to kill my creatures. They cycle a Troll, getting a Swamp. They don't kill my creature. So now they can't just slam the Monarch. And then on their end step, I can Charm to kill their Crypt Rats. But maybe they have like a sort of Fanatical Offering they want to use. We will attempt to destroy the Crypt Rats. And then if they go Fanatical Offering, I will try to Prohibit. But I assume they're just going to blow it. It's a tough situation if they are stuck on card draw. They just let it go? I'm so confused. But I'll take it. Let's go for Preordain. Why would they let the Crypt Rats die? I'll top and top. Play the land. I'll attempt to play a Familiar. Now I can kick a Prohibit on a Crypt Rats. I can use a Prohibit to keep my Familiar alive. What did they fetch? A Swamp. They played the Swamp. I'm gonna Thorn. I will definitely counter that. I find when you're playing against Gardens, the thing that we have to fight over is the card advantage. We need them not to resolve the initiative. We need them not to resolve their Thorn of the Black Rose. Let's draw 3 cards because that gives me the most options. They're going to Defile my Arcane Answer. Okay. So do I think that they have a Rats? We'll just play... They might have Initiative in their hand and they're trying to get that out. So let's play Island, play Mole Drifter, and then we can stop a removal spell on the Mole Drifter, but not a Rats. They could play the Rats and blow the Rats. They have 2 cards left in their hand. Haven't been able to cast any draw spells. Let's play the Basilisk Gate. Play Murmuring Mystic. Power up my Mole Drifter. This is the cool part about this deck. Like, you can just turn the corner and slap in. Donk, they're at 12. Now their initiatives are not good. We win the game. All right, we want the foil. We want the Avenging Hunters. We're going to get rid of the Gatekeepers. We're going to get rid of Thraben Charm. I sort of wonder if I don't need the Preordains. Let's get rid of the Preordains. On the draw, this hand doesn't do very much. I think we should mulligan. It has the initiative, but it's like coming out really late. We have Glorious Gale and Prohibit here. Double, triple Glorious Gale. Okay, we'll keep and get rid of the Familiar. Just play it out like tap land into hold up Prohibit. Opponent plays a tap land. I'll play the Citadel Gate on blue. I guess the other one's got to be... Maybe I really would be looking for a Sea Gate to put on green. To play a Wellspring. I'll play Island and pass. If I can slam the initiative and then just have a creature counter backup, then I will be in a good spot. They're passing. I'll play Citadel Gate on green. I don't think I can afford to counter a draw spell here because they could just slam the Monarch. They're going to draw a bunch of cards. Fanatical Offering, draw 3 cards. 2 mana, draw 3. It was really 4 mana, draw 4. They cycle a Troll of Khazad-dûm so they don't have to draw the Swamp. They reveal a Swamp. Plays out a Swamp. We're no initiative, huh? I will Island cycle. Grab a regular island. I'm thinking if I draw tap land, or we'll just cycle the Lorien Revealed here. The reason for drawing the other island, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same either way. I knew I could only leave up 1 counterspell, like the Glorious Gale or the Prohibit. But next turn I get to play the Seagate Oracle and leave up the counterspell. Think I'm fine with counterspelling a Rats? Counterspell. I assume this was a bait spell, but they don't know I have 2 of the counters. They're going to now Fanatical Offering their map. Drawing some more cards. My turn. I'll cast the Seagate Oracle. Now I'm looking for the initiative. Found it. I'll pass the turn. But we need enough lands in play for this to be helpful. They play a Swamp. The rest, I'll counterspell. They can just cast the initiative, which is not great. But then I just cast the initiative right back. I don't know if that'll work. They have a Nyxborn Hydra? Thorn of the Black Rose. Okay. And then they kill my creature. They draw for turn. Going to nap your Thorn. Maybe that was the wrong call. I'll play the Mole Drifter. I should have just played the Mole Drifter. There was no reason to snap the Thorn there. They have a Snuff out, sure. Ugh. Play Seagate on white. The whole point of what I was doing was to get the board clear with the Avenging Hunter. And now I don't have the snap. I can't get the board clear. And they have their own Avenging Hunter. I'm just going to go ahead and concede. They don't really know what I'm doing, but they probably can guess with the Avenging Hunter that I have my own. How do I stop them from doing this nonsense? I don't know. I guess maybe the Ambush Viper. Doesn't seem great. Just try again. So I really do wonder if I should not be playing the Familiars and just like hardcasting everything. I don't know. On the play. We're going to keep. Z8. Go ahead. When it plays a Swamp. Spell Bomb. We're going to Island Cycle for the tap land. Or regular Island. Then I'll Brainstorm. Let's get rid of Mystic Beachfront. They play Haunted Mire. Play the Beachfront and pass the turn. I think the Mystic is one of the best cards in the matchup, so I want to keep it alive, or keep it in my deck. They cycle a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Plays a Wellspring. Okay. Then they play a Swamp. So they could kill my creature, untap, and slam an emblem. We're going to Brainstorm. We'll go land. We draw the land and play it. Pass the turn. They cycle a Troll. Now they've got a plant. Play the Mortuary Mire and pass. So next turn I can play out Seagate Oracle. I don't know if that's going to be good. Or I can play Murmuring Mystic, and then I can ephemerate it in response to their blowing it up. Doesn't feel like I'm in a good spot. They're drawing a billion cards. Another Nile Spellbomb, so we're not going to be able to use the graveyard. I see that. They play a Swamp. We'll take a draw. We'll jam a Seagate Oracle. Then I will take the land. Play land on white. So every time they kill one of my creatures, it's a 2-for-1 for me, but they have so much card draw that it's like it doesn't matter that they're 2-for-1ing me. Here's the Duress. They have to take the Glorious Gale. Yep, they take the creature counter. Cycles a Troll. They're going to go ahead and slam the Thorn of the Black Rose, I think. Yep. Okie dokie. How do I win? I don't know. They're going to begin drawing a billion cards. Draws for the Monarchy. Oh, this is so boring. I'm sorry. Let's see. We'll go for a draw 3 with the Lorien Revealed. Play Island. Pass the turn. Now I can play the Familiar, play the Murmuring Mystic, maybe keep everything alive. Depends if they draw Crypt Rats right now. They have a Duress, so this is the time when I counterspell. They play an Avenging Hunter. Okay. Goes into the dungeon. Bom, bom, bom. Oi. Get in for 1. Turn 7. The first blood is shed. You got me. They draw many more cards. Back at 36 cards in deck. I will play a Sunscape Familiar. Can't stop me. Oh, who's got the initiative now? Play the Avenging Hunter. Kablam! Ugh. Alright, we'll take the initiative. Grab an island and play the island. Cast Defile. I will attempt to ephemerate. Looks like they have another draw. Defile. Yeah, you got me. Well played. GG. We'll see you in round 5. Round 5. I think this player is playing Terror. Can I beat that with his hand? No, we only have 1 land. We have 1 land. We're going to mulligan again. Now I have 2 lands. Unstoppable. Let's put back Preordain. Snap. Play the Seagate and on blue, white. Your turn. There's an island for the opponent. Delver Secrets. Yep. Okay. Not sure if and how I can win this one. We're going to Preordain. We will bottom and bottom. We need lands. Finding a Seagate Oracle. They do not flip, and then the Thoughtscour Milling Island Terror plays an island. Gets in for 1. I'll attempt to Brainstorm. My opponent most likely Spell Pierces. They did not Spell Pierce. I'll put back Flicker, put back Seagate, play out Island, and pass the turn. The mental note. 1, 2, 3 in the graveyard. See if the Delver will flip this time. Doesn't flip. Wow. 3 lands in play. They continue getting in for 1. Alright. And then they play a Delver. I'll just try to counter. They have a Force Spike. My face is just like, okay, yep, a Force Spike, yep, And another Force Spike. Okay, yep. That's a Force Spike. Oh, man. Okay, Opponent's going to attack me for a large number of turns with 1/1s that refuse to flip. Insane. Just not cooperating. But that quad 4 spike. Opponent complained about their Delvers not flipping, as they are in a commanding position. So clearly the Delvers are the problem, or the important thing here. We'll go blue. We're going to just evoke this Drifter. See if we can draw some cards. Next turn I will just Drifter, Flicker, Drifter, or just hard cast Symbol Drifter, or whatever. Here comes the Delver flip. On a Thought Scour. They find a Sleep of the Dead, plays a Cryptic Serpent. I'm out. I'm out! The tilt. Watch me tilt. Watch me nay. I guess Thraben Charms are a deal. The Gatekeepers are not big enough. The snaps. Okay, I think the Glorious Gales are pretty bad in this. I guess the Ambush Viper is literally just there to block their... It's trading 1 for 1 with a Terror. I just don't know if that's any good. Oh, man. We can't really get them back. I guess they cast the Medium Minds, but then, like, I guess I'm not casting Prohibits at all, so the Thraben Charms maybe come out, bring the 4 of these, and then cut a Snap. No, I guess the Snap can come back in. Okay. It's hard because I'm not sure how to fit the Ambush Viper in while also playing the Thraben Charm, but I think everything is too slow for it to matter in the first place, so a bummer. We're going to Seagate on white. That's the turn. Let's see if we can block some terrors. Opponent plays an island. I will play a Seagate on green, and then yield until their next end step. We don't have a choice. We just have to play into the Force Spike. I'm never not playing into it. Like, I don't have the available extra mana. They mental note out a Delver and an island. Plays a Delver. I will attempt to Brainstorm. They probably let that go. They can get... Oh, they just Dispel. Okay, I'll play a Seagate Oracle. What do we find? Flicker, Basilisk Gate. So the Basilisk Gate's interesting. I actually think I want that, because I can just try to attack them. That would be funny. Okay, Delver will Flipperino? No. It remains unscathed. It will not flip. They Thought Scour themselves, milling a Serpent and a Lorien revealed. They can now hard cast a Snake. They decide not to attack. I'll play Basilisk Gate and play out a Seagate Oracle. Pow! They can counterspell it. We'll take the Brainstorm here. They don't counterspell. I'll attack in for 1. Then we'll yield until the next end step. If they tap out, I will just Ephemerate the Seagate Oracle. They Brainstorm. They might tap out. Be good for me. A little draw 2 for 1 mana. Okay, they don't do anything, but the Delver will likely flip. They flip on a Lorien Revealed. They cycle the Lorien Revealed for an island. Plays the island, 4 mana available, 5 cards in hand. We get taken down to 18. Plays 1 Terror and a Cryptic Serpent. Let's Ephemerate the Seagate Oracle. If we can find a Viper. Take the Snap. That gets rid of the Serpent for a minute. Do I cast the Medium Minds first? Medium Minds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 2. Rebound on the Seagate Oracle. Take the Murmuring Mystic. Play out a land. We'll snap the Serpent. Untap. Then Brainstorm. We have the Ambush Viper. Put back Seagate, put back Island. I will Preordain. Get rid of the Seagate. Off the island. Your turn. They're getting in. I'm going to go ahead and block and preserve my life total. They play out the Cryptic Serpent. They play out another Cryptic Serpent. Find another Familiar. So let's see. Blue, white, Familiar. Blue, white, Familiar. I'm worried about the Force Spike now. I'll play the Seagate Oracle. Take another Seagate Oracle. We're going to pass. We're going to be taking 8 damage this turn. We're going to attempt to Ambush Viper, but they will probably have a counter. Opponent attacking. Here comes the Snake. I'm waiting for the Force Spike. They Thought Scour themselves. They don't have the Force Spike in hand. They Brainstorm looking for a counter spell. Can't Spell Pierce this one. Oh, gee. Oh, my goodness. And then they find the Force Spike. Ya did it. Okay. So we're going to block the 6/5s. Go to 6 life. They play a land. They have 1 card left in their hand. I will play out the Murmuring Mystic. If this doesn't resolve, I'm toast. I have a counterspell. I will cast Medium Minds. Play a land. Play a Seagate Oracle. Nothing. I will try a Brainstorm. Their last card was counterspell. So sad. Okay, we're not dead. That's good at least. We can bounce the Cryptic Serpent. and then bounce the other Cryptic Serpent, and then pass. I just accidentally showed them my hand with the Ambush Viper, but that's fine, I suppose. Opponent going to attack in. Drew the counterspell they needed. Let's see. Kia! Here comes the snake. I will block. We go to 3 life. Not enough life to live. Just have 1 life that I wanted to live, and they wouldn't let me. I will try to draw 3 cards. Oh, a counterspell. How disappointing. I just don't see how this deck is legal, but it will continue to be, and I will continue to be sad about it. A nice 3-2. Well, so sad. All right, so Gate Fams, it's an interesting deck. There's a lot of things happening here. It was cool having the mana online. A couple of times in games I got to gate people out, but it didn't come up that much. So I think if you're going to be playing the Gate Fams, you probably don't want to be on Bant. You probably want to be on Jeskai because it gives you access to Pyroblast. I felt like Avenging Hunter was okay, but not great, and it was very difficult to set that up. So maybe something like Exclude could be good against the Gardens deck. Not sure. So let me know what you thought of it. Hopefully I piloted it okay. We ran into some pretty rough matchups with multiple terrors and the Gardens there, but it is okay, and I hope to see you in the next video.